Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly, truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video or you're telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting and give you good vibes that you would love to share with your loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through some rocky times and just needing spiritual guidance or needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share my social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, you have lost it all, including your mind, that left only the soul, and that will and that's when you'll know you're invincible. I got that from what is that IG account. It's called Spiritual Awakening Process. Seems we're having some dope post on there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put, use that post, but put my own little, spin on it. That's true. It's like so many different things is going on right now, especially this like crystalline like symptoms and ascension flus and dark night of the souls. It's like so many people are going through the heaviest of the heavy, and it's just like, God dog, and those are the things that people really don't understand. Like, you can tell your view of experience of what you have gone through that brought you on your spiritual path of knowing who you truly are from the parts of you that was, laying dormant, the shadow side of you, not shadow work, but the shadow side of you that wasn't at that time. You had to go through a certain length of experiences, go through certain things that you had to right your wrongs or whatever. And that puts you on a vibe of where you're going through a spiritual awakening, where everything that you thought was true came to be the most biggest lie of the lie. And it just seems like when you go through those things, you have lost so many different people, as well as perspective on yourself, perspective about people that you have been around, that you have loved and cared for, or, all different things. Because it's like, when I look at my situation, when I say it put me on an emotional roller coaster that I know it was like, you can't get off yet. I'm like, can I please get off? Nah, you can't get off yet. And it was so many different parts of myself that I wasn't aware of, that I've carried around, through my situation of the things I've been exposed to, the things that I have done and acted out and projected through attention, as well as going through certain types of abuse of where it felt like the lack of love, and just so many different things in my life where I can allow myself to say, keep it real with myself. If I know I want to go above and beyond with myself, the first person I can sit up here and have to be honest with it becomes myself. Because a lot of times when we say things, it's like you can carry that vibration like that, but who are you trying to convince, me or yourself? And a lot of times, if you're trying to do that with the outside world, you're doing it within yourself at the same time. And you don't realize when you have lost your whole mindset of what you perceive life was about when it came to you, your friends, your family, your outlook of where you were going in the world, where you were trying to succeed at, it flipped the script. When certain things just came off in your life, because there's so many people I've connected with that have told me, their experiences they're currently going through, or the things that they know that they have been chosen to be that generational chosen one. It's like you're the golden child, opposed to be all ultimate transformations or evolutionary warriors, which made us a badass. We are like Mad Max beyond Thunderdome, and I really don't understand how we can be that way. But you have to understand there will be certain situations in your life that makes you just want to lean on strength and strength alone within God, universe, your spiritual enforcements, but your strength. And a lot of time people don't understand, how do you keep going? How do you still have a smile on your face? How are you able to show compassion and love towards other people when all you felt was hate in your life? And it's just like, when you know you have that brainstorm of being able to create something that has not been shown so much. It's always, you hear about some positive things in the world, but that negative stands so heavy nowadays. And it's just like, if you're just hearing about a lot of things that you just want to just close yourself off from the world. It's like, first it was the news and the newspapers, but now it's like social media, everything that's going around, where certain things you're just trying to understand, how can this constantly keep taking place? How can this constantly keep happening? Where are we going to be able to create that change? And it all starts with us. As soon as I said that, I had all spiritual chills. It all starts with us, on what we choose to make a change of within our lives. And it comes to that point. It was just like with me, I was on that acknowledgement of what I've had. I've allowed myself to be seen as a victim for so long, but then it was like, you have to be able to say, I'm not saying that these things didn't happen to you, and it didn't brutally happen to you, that shook your world up in such a harsh way, but there's parts of you that you have left traits of narcissism, that kept vibrations up of having toxic vibrations and attitudes, and you chose to project that towards people and didn't care who you hurt, wounded, or hollowed out. And that was a person that I became very cringeworthy with, when I had to go back and see those different parts of myself that I did not want to acknowledge, but I had to swallow that pill called truth. It's like, when you go towards truth, you can't pick and choose what truth that you want to sit up here and embrace. You have to be able to be honest with yourself with all those things. You have to be able to take the good and the bad. A lot of times we want to be able to be comforted in our light, and you can't have the light without the dark parts of yourself. You have to be able to love that part of yourself, because that part of yourself, of that darkness, that spiritual darkness within yourself that holds that pain, that your own menace to society within your own life, all those different things. But when you allowed yourself to be strong, and be brave and courageous and all those different things, and being able to say, I know me facing a lot of part of this of myself is very cringy towards me. It gives me emotions that I'm not yet really willing to acknowledge, but it's just like, when is it going to be that time? This is that time, because when you keep on ignoring what needs to be healed, that those are the parts of you is really just going to be very just brutal to your life. And people don't understand that. There are so many people, you don't know how brave you are when you're allowing yourself to tap into the parts that really made you tick, into that dark vibe that you have carried, whether it was something that someone else has done to you, or you have witnessed, or you have been adapted to, came accustomed to, or been, produced to in some kind of vibration of being violated. These are the things that had to show you, for you to be able to create something you have never have done. You're going to have to go through vibes of your own. It's like, anybody ever heard of that movie called The Cell? That movie scared the mess out of me, because that's the mind manipulating stuff. And those are the things that you're going through within yourself. You have to go through that voyage of being able to say, you know what, let me take this voyage to be able to learn myself on all depths. Let me be able to heal myself on all depths. This is not going to be easy, but this is going to take me, and it's going to rocket me out of everything I thought that I could be, and become more within myself. Because what we are being seen as to be able to project is something that was talked about, but never seen, never done. And those are the things that is creating a power to be able to tell people, yes, you can change. You can heal from the things that has been projected, where you projected within yourself, that has been done to you, that has become accustomed for every generation. And every generation, it kept on getting heavier and more brutal and heavier and more brutal until it came to you. And it just like dropped a Tannenbaum on your life that you had to truly do that instant reverse on. And those are the things that make you very courageous within yourself. That makes you more powerful than powerful. You know, you can be your own monster in your closet, but you can be your own victor and the ultimate victory. And you can carry both of those at the same time, because you know what part of you, and I'm not saying hold them off as in the same title, but you can see the most brutal part of you. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. You know that part of Jekyll with you. You see what it took for you to get to that vibration. You see what chosen decisions and mistakes and failbacks and impulses of, you know, being in a hurry to get towards something when you were not really truly seeing the whole scene that you needed to play a part in. But when you can allow yourself to be bold enough and say, you know what, I've seen the rough of the rough I have been. I've known that. I can appreciate that. I've grown from that. I'm healing from that. I'm forgiving myself. I'm forgiving others. I'm asking people to forgive me, whether or not I'm making peace within my own self. And when you can do that, and you're showing people, look, this is what I've been through. This is my story. This is my trauma. This is my experience. This is what I got violated with. This is where I'm no longer allowing myself to be a victim of whatever circumstance that try to define me. I define myself as being that overcomer of a valedictorian, of that victor, of what has been placed in my life that a lot of people can't be able to shake. Because there's sometimes, you know, I get on that vibration of where I have to put content out that you have had people in your life that does not want to see you in a come up. Okay. And I say that, and it's not just to be at what I'm going through in my private self, but I know there's a lot of other people that are going through that. You may be going through karmic toxic cycles with people that you have been connected to, that you felt this is all you were worth. And then it's giving you that kick in the butt that's saying, no, you deserve a lot better. And every time you try to sit up here and pray for like a financial blessing, or your car to be fixed, or, you know, a part of your house being fixed, and you just wonder why everything is just stalling out on you. And then when I hear that, it made me think about my girl that passed away. She's like, stall me out, stall me out. And I'm like, what the heck does that mean? He's like, you'll know, stall me out. And you have to be able to allow yourself to understand, you know, when you have wanted something so, what is it, not mundane, but, you know, mediocre or so small. And then it's just like, God is like, okay, you wanted this like little STEMI check, or you wanted this little financial burden or blessing into your life, when I'm trying to make you think big. I'm trying to help you to get towards creating something bigger for yourself, because this right here that you want is only going to be temporary. I want something for you to be permanent. And this is where you have to go. But for you to get there, you can't catapult from one issue to this blessing. You're going to have to go through these tragedies. You're going to have to be able to allow yourself to be accountable of certain parts that you played within that suffering that has taken place into your life. Don't pinpoint everybody else. There's a lot of people, they're being very brave and facing a lot of things that has taken place in their life that shook them in so many different ways to the core, you know, and those things ain't easy. It brings up so many uneasy vibrations. You get pissed off, you get mad, you get upset, you get sad, you start having resentment, then anger, they'll come out. Then it's just the point that you're ready to get jiggy with it with anybody who has had played a major part in your life. Or there are certain things that you wish you would have done to certain people that have done things to you, or you feel like they're not catching the karma that they have done for the things that they have placed in your life. I played all those major parts in my life. I was going through them yesterday. I've been going off and on them, for a long time. And I had to be able to tell myself, I'm so glad I'm not that old person I would have been, because I would have been probably pushing time in federal pen somewhere. That's why I'm so glad that, God has used my trauma as well as my rite of passage to be able to say, there's so many people that have been in a situation like yours and it went straight south. And this wasn't for them, but just the anger that they had, the decisions that they chose to invest in, that it was, I was sending so many different, context clues. Is like, look, let us handle this. You heal yourself. We know what they have done has not been right, but you worry about yourself and let us fix those enemies. Allow, just, it is different when you have made, and I had to hear this on a video the other day, and that hit me deep. It's different when you have done things that has not, we all make mistakes. We have all done things that we are not proud of. There are certain times we have embarrassed ourselves, we have shamed ourselves, our family done shamed us, or we done shamed our family in some kind of way. It's different. God can forgive that. But when people start doing things and it's calculated, and it is in a deceptive way for you to have a come up, or is this a decision that's based on selfishness in your life? Those are the things. It's like when you place that out on somebody's life because you feel like you've earned that, or you feel like you deserve that. Nobody deserves that. Or you felt like some of your dreams and stuff were snatched away, so let me take it from this person that didn't even be the culprit of the, that stuck all this stuff on you. But you see something that they had that you felt like you had a right for, and you were robbed of that. God will pay dearly into your life for you doing stuff like that. And that's why I had to allow myself to step back, because there's so many moves I wanted to make and say that God taking too long. Karma ain't hit hard enough yet for what people done placed in my life and stuff like that. And it took me, when I had to allow myself to cut that cord, because that umbilical cord was feeding some very delirious things in my life that could have been very dark for me. And for me to be able to say I'm proud that I took that actual right. And I mean, I know I'm pushing to the left, but I said right. I took the right choice. I took the right way, and that's where it takes strength from you, is when you know that there's so many different things that have been placed on your life that feel so unfair and so unjust to you, so vulgar, and you still choose to do the right thing. That's when you're allowing your invincibility be tapped into. That's when you're allowing yourself to be guided by your strength, guided by, what God has destined for you. Though that's when you know that you are tapping into your strength, because it's so easy for you to go back and feel like, I what that pain that they have unleashed in me, or the pain that has been unleashed in my life, let me go ahead and rock their socks off, because my mind can go a lot further than theirs. That's easy to do. That is so easy to fall back into treacherous ways. And you can see a lot of people. I said, when I think of my situation, it made me want to go for, Menendez brothers and stuff like that, and so many different things where I've seen people that, that had very petty situations that went out and they just went straight ham. And now they, made temporary decisions on temporary decisions on permanent outcomes, and you can't go back from stuff like that. You can't push a reset button, because the damage is already done. But when you allow yourself to step foot out of that madness that was created for you, you may not have created it, but there's a lot of times we play our hand in those certain parts, like we amp it up, because a lot of times we feel like, if this has been done to us, it gives us every reason for us to follow suit behind what is taking place. And that's where they say, no, just because these things has happened to you does not give you any reason to unleash this type of stuff on people, even when the people have done that to you. And it took me a long time to just draw myself back, because it's like sometimes I was like a pit bull that was ready to come out. It was like Cujo. I don't even know if that was pit bull or bulldog or whatever he was, but I was like that vicious one. And I had to allow myself to know, you can't do as much as God and karma and universe has in store for whoever has done some things. A lot of times you are being picked for stuff to be that things that have been played hands. Certain cards was dealt in the dark, and you would be that main person they choose to out all type of treachery that is taking place. You would be that chosen one. You really try to understand, why did this have to be my life? You were that main person they knew. If I picked you for this right treachery, even though it may feel like it's not fair, or it may feel like God is allowing things to happen that is just very foul, these are the things they picked you because they knew what they had for you, and they knew what type of mindset you have to be able to bring out some stuff that'll just slap somebody else down. You just don't know that. You never know when God's using you for that battle, for that. And a lot of times it may feel so confusing and very just crazy, but it usually take you to go through it, and then you can get that moment of clarity to understand why you were chosen for certain situations to take place, for things to be out the way they are. So if you have gone through a situation where you have gone through a spiritual awakening, where you have lost everything and your mind was the last thing you found, it allowed you to ignite within your soul to let you know you can't be touched. You are very protected. You are very loved. And whatever is taking place in your life that may be just very, very just like you just really don't understand, trust and believe there's a blessing that's coming out of that. If God don't leave stuff like that unhandled, He don't leave no promises undone. So, just allow yourself to know that. But I hope that you are able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I know it is like, what is it? Almost close to an hour. I will be having a live chat. Is called, what is it? What I said I was going to call it? Heyokas chat live and vibe. So it's going to have different, usually I tell you what topics it is, but it's just going to be an open mic topic that I'm going to just start talking about different things and stuff like that. So hopefully, because I told y'all I wanted y'all to have like a Q&A and stuff like that y'all can come up with, that y'all wanted to ask me, that is positive, not stupid, because I ain't got time. I will overlook you in a minute. Just to be able to converse with y'all about, but I'm going to try to see if I can change up on the live chats and see if you can do it a few more times throughout the week or whatever. I don't know. It just depends on what I discuss with with my enforcements with that. But I hope to be able to connect with you there if you have time. But I would love to give a post notification shout out and prayers and love towards my soul sisters, as well as my soul family as well. I'm just saying it's Mckoy Yarborough. Deep thoughts here now. Sis Hayslip, you already know I already talked to you. And Healing Oracle and Al Jordan Jensen, I hope I pronounced your name right. If I didn't, I apologize. Much love to you and welcome. And T Rose, as well as you, welcome to the fam. If you're new to the fam, so good to have you. Drop a line. I would love the chance to be able to connect with you. Like I said, I leave all my contact information in the description box below, and as well as you can be able to connect with my podcast that I have on Spotify, and it's on a couple of other podcast social platforms that I connect with as well. If you have a future in podcasting or thinking you may want to have an interest in that, Anchor app is the best one to go. It's very simple. You don't have to have all those extra programs or any download feeds, RSS feeds, or anything like that. It's like everything is very simple, and it's just like everything is just calculated right there on that app. So in case you want to do that, so like and subscribe, share, tell somebody about the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell and that bell to know when you see all my videos being uploaded. And I will hope to be able to connect with you in the chat. As always, I hope you have a blessed, prosperous week, and so much love and vibrations going to you. I know a lot of people are going through that crystalline change of symptoms of transition, and that mess is hitting heavy. So all that healing vibe towards you and the strength to get through it. I hope whatever you're manifesting into your life, that that it comes so much bigger and better than you ever expected, and sooner than you expected it to get it. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know, all those things can really take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace.